of those things I want to talk about because obviously I've just signed up to Game Pass for the Xbox for the first time. You've been on it quite a while. You've been trying to talk me into taking it, and I never did, John.
It's a great
And
software.
John, I'm actually pressure washing houses at the moment, and I just find it so enjoyable.
Stephen, look, man,
There's something weird
the
about
shoot
that.
says it to me back in the day.
Yeah.
I remember playing World of Warcraft after I left school. It was a dark 6 months. Holiday to Crete saved me from the abyss.
Pulled you
I
away
was
from
losing
the
fucking
machine,
hours every day playing World of Warcraft. I'm talking 10 hours a day playing it, and then I was going on and playing Call of Duty later on. It was I was living in another world.
Living in a digital world. And
I always look back after
digital
that.
girl.
That was a terrible time.
Yeah.
All the time I wasted. But you made the point, Stephen. You're quite right. Did you enjoy yourself?
Well,
it's not fucking time wasted then.
That's
if you
John Lennon.
yourself.
That's a John Lennon quote, isn't it?
Well, you're right. I tell you, if you're enjoying yourself,
Time
then
enjoyed isn't time wasted or something
Exactly.
like that. Yeah.
So I
It's
enjoy
true,
myself. So.
Yeah. Why not? You know,
If you're enjoying yourself,
was,
power washing virtual houses and
it is,
cars, then
yeah.
fucking
Power Wash
ram it.
Simulator. Check it out, guys. But John, obviously the topic we're going to be talking about is obviously 90% or almost 90% of games sold in the UK last year were digital. This is one of the things when I was swaying whether or not to get the Series X or the Series, I don't know what the other one's called, S, because one doesn't come with obviously a disk drive, which means that everything has to be digital, and I was concerned about
Is it the S that came without it or the X?
I think it's the
S, the lower.
The S, yeah. I think
I'd still like the option of having it. I've not.
I like the option because although I know the bigger one has the terabyte of storage capacity, the other one doesn't. I think it's like half that, and I'm thinking, so you're giving half of that, and you're not giving a disk drive.
You can always get an external hard drive though.
A lot of Game Pass stuff is cloud based as well, so you don't.
That's
even have
another conversation to be had here as well, Stephen.
But
it's just evolution, isn't it, of content consumption?
Yeah, and John, this is the thing that a lot of people.
These glasses,
don't like
man.
that. I would probably say video games are probably late to the party in terms of this, because film medium has been doing this for almost a decade now. In terms of download, music's been doing it even longer, maybe about 20 years. When it comes to video games, I don't know what it is, if it's just a personal thing, but I think personally I can say I do prefer having a physical medium, you know, a CD, a DVD, whatever it may be, a CD-ROM, just to have that. I don't know why.
CD-ROM, I remember that.
I don't honestly know why. Yeah.
What are you doing with that CD-ROM?
CD-ROM.
He's hacking into the newsletter for the
floppy
school.
disk.
That's what he's doing. It was a floppy disk. It was a CD-ROM.
CD-ROM.
Fucking hacking into the newsletter, mate.
But I mean, it's just preference, I suppose. But I think more and more people are now sort of evolving with the technology and
Stephen,
accepting what it is.
I'm with you. One of my fond memories as a kid was getting a new game, opening it up, and they used to give you the little booklet.
Yeah.
With like all the buttons and stuff like that, the controller things. I'm a weirdo.
I'm trying to remember the game I had for Christmas and I opened up and the disc wasn't in it. Do you remember that? And I had to give back. What was it? I can't remember.
I remember.
Was it Gears of War? I can't remember.
But I remember I bought, I think it was, what was that zombie game again? It was on Xbox.
Dead Rising.
It was Dead Rising 2 or something like that. I got it off a shop too and they sent me an extra copy, so I gave it round to you.
That's right, yeah.
That was theft, I've just admitted to it. I don't give a fuck, it wasn't me, sent it out. But Steve, I'm a weirdo. I used to open up the cases and sniff it and I'm like, oh, it's that smell.
Yeah,
fresh
smell, yeah.
There's a famous song, I can't recall the name of them, it may be, what are they called again? I'd need to search this band up. 21 Pilots, is it? I'm going to search it up. But he sings a song, Bloody Face.
Yeah. My
name's Bloodyface and I don't care what people think or something like that. But there's a line in the song where he says something about a scent that reminds him of his childhood. If he could bottle it, he would bottle it, but it wouldn't sell well because it was only him and his brother who would connect with it. That's absolutely true. It's like scents and music take you back. They take you back.
John, you see
and
my
the smell of I could bottle the smell of a new fucking product.
See my copy of Automatic for the People from 1992. The CD, I still got it.
Yeah.
The insert smells like photocopied paper. Newly photocopied paper.
Yeah.
Do you know that smell?
Yeah.
It's got a heat off it. It's like a smell of heat.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. There's something about it. But even you open
it still has that.
But Stephen, this is a thing.
It's almost like licorice.
Yeah,
sort of
there's
smell
something
of
about the smell of opening
a
new product, the cling wrap on a video game or on something. you smell it takes you to a nice happy place. And look, it's not just me saying this. Those fucking whiz kids over in, where the fuck are Apple based? In California?
California, yeah.
But there's a place in California, they know about this as well, Steve. And the packaging is one of the most important things. The sleekness of it, the way you open it
Taking that film off.
Taking the film off and opening it up.
Yeah.
It's an experience. It's an actual not out of body, that's a bit dramatic, but people really enjoy, human beings enjoy it. It's a sensory experience.
I think a lot of people miss vinyl. Well, obviously you can get vinyl to come back, but back in the day, that was one of the things, the smell of the vinyl as well. Newly pressed.
Same with food.
John, funnily enough, talking about smells on discs, this might change your mind because I just remembered something there. Toothpaste on your Call of Duty 3 disc worked wonders, didn't it?
Yeah, I had so many scratches on that disc that I couldn't get it to work, and someone suggested rubbing toothpaste, and my fucking god, it worked. Yeah, it did work.
I made that disc drive fresh, minty smell.
It did, and that's why I love Jean-Paul Gaultier Le Mal.
But
it's nice toothpastey vanilla freshness.
John, I'm just going to read this little sort of excerpt here from this website. I think it's the BBC actually.
Prince Harry. Henry.
Which we're not really on. Yeah, Hank.
Did you realise his name is Henry?
No.
Fucking is.
Digital sales accounted for almost 9 out of 10 video games sold in the UK in 2022, according to a trade body. The Digital Entertainment and Retail Association said 89.5% of games sold has been digital downloads, and the remaining 10.5 actual physical copies. About 30% of the sales came from mobile apps, which are sold digitally. And total, the gaming industry accounted for 4.7 billion of sales in the UK in 2022. Higher than that of the film, television or music industries. The numbers mean gamers were much more likely to download games through their console or PC rather than wait for a delivery or going to a shop. ERA Chief Executive Kim Bailey said gaming was the often unheralded leader of the entertainment market, while growth at 2.3% was lower than that of video or music. Its scale is enormous, and in terms of innovation and excitement, it continues to set the pace for the entire entertainment sector. I will say one thing about music though, John. We talked about Spotify there, where you can just go in and listen to whatever you want without buying it or downloading it or anything. You're just obviously streaming. So in that case, you can't do that with video games unless you subscribe to something like Game Pass. So
in my case, EA Play Pro, which I'm still paying for.
But
fucking hell, why?
Are we getting to that period now, John, where physical console games are now being phased out? If the majority, 90% of people are now digitally downloading the games anyway, because
I think we are.
Consoles are getting to that stage now that they can hold more information as well, rather than, I used to get those external hard drives for the Xbox 360 just to play obviously extended packs, what do they call them? Expansion packs. Extension packs. DLC. For Battlefront. Remember all those expansion packs that came out? I had to end up getting another separate drive just to store everything on. It was absolutely crazy.
Oh, but still, I think we've reached a tipping point here for actual digital consumption. I think what you mentioned, cloud-based gaming, also that's depending on how good your actual broadband is in your area.
Well, I think for cloud-based as well, John, I don't think it allows you to save the games. Your progress, I don't think it does.
You sure? I think it can.
It gives you the option of downloading it after a while if you've been playing it a while, but I can't see an option of saving it on a cloud-based. Maybe I'm wrong. I've only had it a week, so I'm probably wrong.
I'm pretty sure you should be able to do that. I don't know if that's true. I don't know enough about it. But I don't really buy games anymore, Stephen. As I says, my current gaming PC doesn't even have a fucking disk drive. No. So everything's digital, and I've just completely moved over.
Yeah,
CD keys and things like that are the way forward. I go in there and I just get the key and I download it, or I go to Steam. I'm about to get Hogwarts Legacy. That's happening. Yeah,
you were talking about that the other day.
Fucking £65 though. That's another conversation that we're having about digital. It ain't cheaper than physical.
No,
it's fucking dearer.
Yeah.
But Stephen, there's pioneering figures within that industry who are ahead of the curve. The Monkey Island game that came out, I actually bought my mother it for Christmas. I can't remember the original guy who did the ones in the 90s, but he's only released that game digitally. There is no physical copy. So I think they're realising now if you can reduce the cost of actually creating a physical disc, you can maybe divert that into making the game better.
Yeah.
Visually more arresting, making the story better, bringing in better voice acting. It's money you can spend.
I think games can evolve as well, John, even after their initial release. Obviously, like the GTA and Rockstar do that with their latest GTA. I'm saying latest, it's 10-year-old, but with all the expansion packs, they're constantly updating stuff. You know, that's something that you probably couldn't do 10-15 years ago.
It's just the space thing, Steve. What you say is the space it took up. Even now, man, I play, as you know, Dead by Daylight. They're constantly updating it, but they're condensing the file size every time.
Yeah.
So you're updating, and they're not. You're not. It's not an ever-growing file size. It's condensing.
Yeah.
So they're finding ways to cut and save space.
Yeah.
So it's just technologically we're moving on. I know it's inevitable. I've said this about film. I've said it about music.
You're getting phony.
I don't listen to any of those songs. Get her off that album. That's no way. It's John Lennon's album. What are you fucking doing? Just don't do it. Come on. Just have your own album and it'll sell what it sells. Steen, you're right what
Don't
you say,
stick
though.
your finger in the pie.
But Yoko.
I see you through your jive.
But it was more of that time. It actually was more in line with popular music at that point than John Lennon's stuff. But John's is timeless. Hers isn't. And that's the key. You've got to think ahead. Fuck what they're doing. Don't be trendy. Just be yourself. And you will live eternally. I was just listening to Live Forever there by Oasis. But it was a Steve, no, digital, everything's just moving from analog to digital all the time.
Yeah.
It started with the music industry. Books have moved to digital, although I'm one of those freaks who I do actually prefer having a physical book in my hands.
Yeah, the internet forced their hand, John, let's be honest. The Napster and all that, you know,
yes.
Copernicus.
But it does.
I didn't use them, I just heard about it. It was a rumour.
I think everybody fucking used it, but the quality was dreadful. We've now got to
It
stage.
pushed everything along though, didn't it?
I mean, I'm listening, Stephen, on my phone every day, Apple Music. I'm thinking about going to Spotify because also Joe Rogan and stuff like that. I'm thinking about jumping over. Just the fact to give you an annual breakdown of what you listen to as
Movie
well.
Burners has got a Spotify.
I'm thinking about going to Spotify.
Yeah, we've got some audio reviews in there.
But the fact is, Stephen, I can walk my dog on my phone.
Yeah.
And AirPods, and I've got Dolby Atmos. Fucking lossless sound quality in my ears on the go.
John,
we've moved on digitally, we've moved on technologically with music in the last 20 odd years, and it's the same with video games.
30% of sales came from mobile apps. How do you feel about mobile apps?
I don't really game on the mobile.
Yeah, I don't think they're
it's a
great.
huge industry.
Yeah.
There's certain games, man, you've got the sort of...
It's for those sort of dual games and stuff like that, really, isn't it?
Yeah, the dual games
we
are
tried
alright.
the SimCity.
Don't get me wrong, Stephen. The
mobile
iPad,
app, didn't we?
I mean, the iPad.
On holiday, do you remember?
Yeah, that wasn't great. It was alright, to be fair, it wasn't bad. It was alright, it was a time, it was a fucking saver, I tell you that. It was
and
a
that
lifesaver.
Football Management one with Jose Mourinho, Top 11 or something, is it called?
Well, there's now you've got Football Manager, and it's the actual mobile version.
Yeah.
It's a condensed version, simplified.
Yeah, the other version that you can't get now, you've got to subscribe. It's like a fortune a year.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, no chance.
No, but Steve, the mobile gaming has come on. Obviously, as the devices have got more powerful. I mean, you've got an iPad Pro. I've not quite got that. I've got an iPad Pro, but it's fucking years old. I've now got an iPad Air. Bigger screens, bevel-less. You can play games pretty well. I mean, there's a great pool game on there, 8-ball pool. There is games that on mobile that are great. Not really my scene though. I'm more of a traditionalist, sitting in front of a monitor.
A keyboard or a
destroying
pad,
my eyes.
Yeah.
Or sitting in front of a TV and playing it. That's more my gig. But either way, it's all moving to digital. But Stephen, I heard that about the industry making up 4.7 billion or something. An astronomical figure. And I think that's getting skimmed over by a lot of people in modern day society. They still laugh. There's a sneery attitude towards video gaming.
Nerdy, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you play games, you're stupid. There is people earning an absolute fortune on Twitch. The likes of XQC. There's other guys on there. I mean,
there's actual people
Ninja. These guys are
a
millionaires.
lot of money out of Roblox as well, which is obviously more kid orientated, but
Minecraft.
Both of us have played it, and it's quite enjoyable to certain things.
Oh, there's great
hobbies and stuff like that. But the actual developer side of it, where you can get in and you can learn how to develop your own maps, and because the advertising that's involved in throwing adverts onto those sort of platforms, there's money to be made in it.
Yeah. And Steve, you talk about educational. That's teaching perhaps young
coding,
people.
Yeah.
Also coding and creating video games, and that's going to be brilliant for the new era of video games, because there's some brilliant concepts and just ingenious little things getting done in that. Like the Uno game, the Squid Game thing it was on at the time. It was just brilliantly realised in this kids sort of environment. It's really, really cool. I always laugh though. I go on it with obviously my niece. I'll not say her name because that's weird as fuck. We don't know who's watching. But just the fact I'm on there drawing things, and it's the average age is probably 8.
Yeah, you're competitive though,
and I've got 89 in my name.
Yeah.
And they're like, this bitch is 33. And they're fucking, it's almost like pity votes. They're voting for me, and the drawings are worse than theirs. And I'm a fucking good drawer, man. I am. But I mean, I've literally just nearly finished a drawing of James Paul McCartney. I am a very good fucking drawer. But it's just that's showing you where it's at, Stephen. You've got new generations who are not growing up with physical media. They don't give a shit about it. And they've got a different attitude to video games now to what we had when you were younger and what I had when I was younger, where it was a joke. You're wasting your time, go outside. Well, you're right, you have to go outside. To be fair, you do. But now there is avenues as a career to go and play games competitively, to go and stream and actually make it a career. So the attitudes are changing. You can see that in the money. 4.7 billion is fucking huge.
Incredible, isn't it?
Huge amount of money, man. Massive. So I'm glad. I'm a gamer. I'll always be a gamer to the day I die.